All right, we're live. Look at this. Cool. Chat rate excellent. Okay. Docs, chat. What is this? Is this close? I see. Where can I put this? There we go. Put it up there. No, I don't want to learn more. Oh, I see. How the heck do I pin a chat now? Let's take this. I like to use AI. What? I hate working in these like little confined spaces. Okay. So we're just gonna do this one. Move. Okay, that's not what I want to do. I want to go like this, and then I gotta go shift. Oh, that didn't work. It's just removing. Okay. We can't do a line break then. It'll just enter it. Can't believe I can't do shift enter. -60. I will show you. Oh, let's just get rid of that. Alright, I'll just do that, and then I'll pin this one. Pin message. Not that I anticipate, this is my first live stream ever. I don't think anyone's going to watch it. And really the only reason why I'm doing this live stream is because lately I've been having a hard time getting to work. Like, it's just, I work by myself. It's monotonous. It's boring. Let me get my signs in the background. It's monotonous. It's boring. It's really no fun. And I'm all by myself. So at least if I'm streaming, I can pretend like I'm talking to someone, even if nobody's even watching. So that's the only real reason why I'm doing this, is because it's helping me motivated to get my work done. I've got like a bunch of websites I got to build, and I'm going to start just absolutely flying through them. I mean, I got kids, they get me sick, they like knock me out of the game for 3 weeks. It's like impossible to be like creative and intelligent when you're on cough medication, or maybe you just got like such a bad fever that you're seeing demons in your sleep and you're sweating. Like, it's, you know, it's hard to stay active when you got all that going on. So I fell behind, and then I've got, you know, part of what I do is I got another job. I'm a part-time longshoreman, which is not the most fulfilling job. It's really high paying, and you know, you get a lot of freedom, and it is a great job. It's just not fulfilling because at the end of the day, you are working in a union environment, and when you work in a union environment, it's not that the union is bad, it's that the companies absolutely hate you. Like, your boss will never say thank you for showing up. Like, every day you go there, they just like think that you're an absolute drain on their business, and they don't like you. Doesn't matter how hard you work, you can never get a thank you out of them. At least doing this, my clients appreciate it. You know, the other job though, the you know, working amongst union members is like the brotherhood, the camaraderie. It's great. People are super nice. You know, they're super friendly. Everyone's happy they got freedom, but like, you know, there's no appreciation for the work that you do at the end of the day, because you are a union, and they hate unions. Companies hate unions. I don't know why. I think that happy employees make for better workers. I know when I'm happy, I work harder. So it's a mystery to me. You know, if you didn't want unions, you should have treated your workers good to begin with. And then we wouldn't have to band together to fight you because you got so much money and we don't. Alrighty, anyway. That's my spiel on that. Pro-union. Unions are good. But anyway, but when I do that other job, because it's like so physical and you don't have to, be creative. You can be if you want to, but you don't have to be. You just got to work hard, use your body. I mean, it's very simple. So to go from that to this like business guy who's got to make sales and, deal with people all the time, and watch my P's and Q's, that gets a little bit frustrating. It's like I have to live a double life, which is difficult as well. Not the easiest thing to do, but it's, it's 2025. You got to have two jobs if you want to, stay above water. If you want to be able to pay taxes so that they can do whatever God knows they do with it, you got to work two jobs, unfortunately. All right, so I got everything set up. I've got my digital counselor here to get things off my chest. And yeah, I don't think anyone's gonna. Can I stream multiple things on this? Let me look this up. You do multiple live streams on OBS Studio, such as YouTube and Twitch. Oh, I have to use a whole nother program? Oh, yeah. I mean, my internet is strong. It's supposed to be strong. It hasn't been lately, but... I'm not going to worry about Twitch. It's like a gaming thing anyway. I was just curious. Alrighty then. Let's water my plant. And let's dive into this. My brother gave me that cactus years ago, and I totally even forgot it existed. I don't even know how it survived. I found it in my basement like 2 months ago. It's been in my basement for like 3 or 4 years. It's still alive. I don't know if the kids have been watering it for fun, probably, but that's kind of funny. Anyway, so we've got this going. We got YouTube. We're not going to watch YouTube. We are going to play some of the YouTube music, though, because I like to have some background noise if it's going to let me. Hello, 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 hello. Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Is that better? Hello, hello, hello. Is that better? Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me? Hello, hello. Can anyone hear me? Hello, hello, hello. What does this sound like now while I got this on? Hello, hello, hello. What does this sound like now while I got this on? All right, so I guess we're gonna get into it, and I'm just gonna keep the music sort of rolling a little bit. Turn it down a little bit so I can still hear what I'm doing. All right, so I guess we're gonna get into it, and I'm just gonna keep the music sort of rolling a little bit. Turn it down a little bit so I can still hear what I'm doing. All right, so I guess we're gonna get into it, and I'm just gonna. All right, I don't like this song. What is that? These YouTube songs are not the greatest. All right, okay, so let's get started. I'm working on a translation website. And I've got to sign in. All right, so I don't typically use SiteGround. I prefer GoDaddy. This website is run off SiteGround. SiteGround's actually really good. Don't get me wrong. I use GoDaddy because I'm a reseller, so I can set people up with GoDaddy accounts under like my branding and manage and access all their websites a lot easier. SiteGround's also great though because I have my own personal account that then my clients can make me a collaborator with theirs, and then I can access their websites. And sort of what that looks like is if I go to my account here, right, they're gonna add me, it's gonna send me an email, I'm gonna accept the email and the collaboration, and then if you want to find it, you're gonna go under websites and you're gonna click collaborations, and it shows the people that I have on SiteGround. I also have Wix and I have a hosting account on almost every platform, just because most hosts do allow collaborations, and therefore, because I got so many different clients with so many different hosting platforms, I gotta have basically an account in every single one just so I can access it through my email. It's easier just to do it that way than to another way I do it is through, if they're all on WordPress, I do WordPress accounts. I'll just make myself a account in their dashboard, which is also easier because it's connected to my email. But let's dive into this. So this is a huge website. This is 40 pages. It's a revamp. I'm going to try and get this done in the next day or two. It's going to be a crazy, crazy work. Let's page can't be found. I wonder why. It's set to homepage. It is set to the homepage, so let's go pages. So this is your WordPress dashboard. This is where everything runs. When I set up a WordPress website, I always use the same programs. I use Elementor, and I use the Hello Elementor theme. Oh, excuse me, sneezes. I use the Hello Elementor theme. It's that with Elementor, you can basically do anything. There's not a website you could point to that I couldn't copy using Elementor. Any website I could do with Elementor and the Hello Elementor theme. I could do anything that you ask. It's that, you have that much control over the entire website. Where people tend to go wrong is they end up using like a different theme. Now, the reason why that's a problem is because when you use a theme, themes usually have control over your header and your footer and your global styles. So like the site-wide font that you're using, the reoccurring colors, like all of that stuff is set up in your theme. But Elementor also offers that. So Elementor does that as well. So if you use Elementor Builder with the Elementor theme, you have like full control over it. It's so much easier to control it because you can just do everything from the Elementor dashboard, like the WordPress site preview basically, right? You can access everything on Elementor. If you have a theme plus Elementor, now you have like conflicting programs, because the Elementor website builder program without the theme still gives you control over that. So if you have one section in Elementor and then one section in your like, you know, your theme, whatever theme you're using, right? A lot of people use like Astra or whatever. You have two areas where you can input the same information. You can have a conflict, which can break your website. It's better to keep things smoother and, you know, just mingled properly. Like using Elementor is the best thing you can do. You can do anything with it. You can control everything from it. You can control your templates. That's another thing that themes usually take over, are templates. Well, Elementor gives you templates, headers, footers. It has the contact form, right? So, you know, if you're using a theme, you might have to download a plugin for the contact form. You have to download all these plugins just to get it to work the way Elementor works on its own with the Hello Elementor theme. So that's important. So I always use Elementor. It's by far the best, I think. I've built websites and everything. I've used Divi Builder, I've used Beaver Builder, I've used all of them, and this is Gutenberg. I mean, this is the best by far. Easiest to manage. Once you figure it out, right, you can do pop-ups, you can do anything you want. So yeah, let's dive in. So we're gonna start with the homepage. So how I set up a website is, this is the old website. It's so old and polluted that I'm just starting over. Like there's so many, like this is built with Divi Builder, I think. And it's just, it's got so many plugins. I think they've got like 30, 40 plugins that it's just, it's bad. Like that's bad. That just creates more code, more things that Google looks at, more things for Google Index. It just looks messy. It's not good. It's terrible. So we're going to just restart it to make it just smoother, quicker, more efficient, and easier to edit in the future. Oh yeah, as I was saying, I'll go back to that. So what I usually do is when I first start an Elementor website, I will start by sort of structuring it out. So because I'm doing a rebuild of this website, what I did was I just went in here. Actually, I could show you. So I went in here and I pre-made the pages. There's nothing on them. These are totally empty. Like if you look at it, there's nothing there, right? It's just got a title. The reason why I did that was so I could style my menu. So the first thing I do when I set up Elementor is I start with the header and the footer. And the reason why I do that is because it gives me structure to work off of. Now, I haven't done the footer on this website, but I've got the header started I'm going to come in and probably clean this up, make it look a little bit better. I don't really like the look of it, so I'm going to take some time and style it once I get it structured. But the first thing I usually do is I have a header just so I can navigate the website, right? This makes it so much easier to navigate. And as you can see, I've changed some things around. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm grabbing all of these. Right now, these don't go anywhere. These are duplicates, sorry. They do go somewhere, but because these pages are already under here, I'm not adding them. That doesn't have a page. That doesn't have a page. These two are pages, but they're already under here. So I didn't remake them. And because these aren't pages, they're just, as you can see, it's got a hashtag, right? So when you build your menu, you do it under appearance and you go to menus. And so if you want to add, like, say I wanted to, like, these are success stories. So that's what this is under, success stories here. So these are real pages, as we figured out. This is not a real page. So if I wanted to add this on the menu, as you can see, it's got a hashtag, right? You literally just come here and you go custom link and you just do, in the URL, you do hashtag, right? And so what that does is it just adds a hashtag to the end of the actual domain. As you can see, I'm building this in a subfolder of this website. And what'll happen is I'll do a little bit of a musical chairs dance around to get rid of the subfolder and put it under the main domain, which you guys will see at the end of this stream if we get to it today, which we probably won't. It's just a big website. Okay, where was I again? Okay, so then you put your hashtag and you're going to go, what was it again? Healthcare. So you add your hashtag, you add healthcare, add it to menu, and then you're just going to go drag it up, right? And it was under success stories, and you're going to add top level. And then if you want this to show up under that, you're going to go like this, and you're going to save the menu. And then when you go to the website, you're going to see that, right? Healthcare, bam, just like that. Now, obviously, we don't want to do that. So I'm going to go in and fix it and get rid of that. Menus and themes are under appearance. Remove. And then that one is just automatically going to go back to where it was. So yeah, so I got rid of these sub-level. I got rid of these on the menu because this is already a service page, these two, and these don't go anywhere. So I just put all the success stories underneath the success stories. It's just more straightforward. It's less messing around. Like, people can just straight up see these are the case studies that we have, right? Now what I did, like I said, was I just built these pages. I didn't even build them. I just created them and didn't do anything to them, just so I could literally have a visual, like, map of what I'm working on, right? Just so I could have this there. Now, I don't have, obviously, I don't think I have any of these pages. So I'll show you how to add it. I'll figure out what I don't have. So I'm pretty sure I have all of my case studies here. I'm not going to log into this website because it's actually active, so I'm not going to really get in and show you guys what they got going on in the background. That's not the goal here. E-learning software, mobile, multimedia, website, translation, testing. Let's see what we got here. I don't have any of these. Editing, that must have changed the title. Proofreading, text editing. Okay, so I added that. Okay, that's why. So they changed. So what they did was they came in here and they basically, because that's the name of the page. So the name of this is the H1. Like, if you were to inspect this, it shows H1, right? So that's the title of the page. Usually the title of the page also ends up in the menu, but they changed it to just editing. So how you would do that is you would come, this is the website I'm working on. So I would find proofreading, editing, and then I would literally just delete this, right? Oh yeah, okay. But I would just change this right here. That's cool. I didn't update. I see. All right. So let's finish building the rest of the pages. Wow, there's a lot of pages. Do I even have them all? Okay, I have the About Us ones. Careers, yeah. I've got all those. Do I have resources? No, I don't have all the resource pages either. All right, so we are going to, and we're going to get rid of all the blog articles. We're not going to, too many blogs, bad for the website. We're trimming this down big time. Multimedia localization. So we have these subpages. All right, so let's start adding the subpages. So like I said, the first thing I do when I start is I download everything. So I start with a blank slate on WordPress. I download Hello Elementor and Elementor, and then I have a couple other plugins that I add. So one important plugin, I'm just kind of doing a recap of what I did here. So I do Yoast SEO. Yoast SEO, I use that to, this is SiteGround. So I don't normally add this. It was added automatically because of SiteGround. Same with this one. Some hosts, like such as GoDaddy, like not my reseller, doesn't add anything, but if you were to have like a straight up GoDaddy account, it will add like a GoDaddy plugin too. You can get rid of it. These two are added. I didn't add those. I added Elementor. I added Yoast. Let's update them. I added Yoast, and the only thing I use Yoast for are literally the meta tags, meta titles, and the sitemap. Alt image descriptions, I just do that in WordPress when I add the media. Every time I add a picture, I'll add an alt tag to it. But the rest of these are now this is one that is important. Pro Elements. Pro Elements is a plugin that unlocks a lot of the pro features for Elementor, such as the header and footer. If you don't use this Pro Elements plugin, you'll have to download like a third-party app. Like what is a good one? I can't remember what it is. I think it's like Elementor add-ons, or I haven't used it for so long. There was another good plugin. Actually, I could probably show you. So if you don't have Pro Elements, you probably want to download. You're gonna have to download another plugin that gives you access to. It's not illegal, by the way, to unlock this, because, like I said, there's all these other plugins that you can download that unlock those elements of Elementor. It's perfectly legal. So we're not doing anything wrong. So we're just gonna go Elementor, right? And so if you don't have Elementor Pro, I recommend, if this is for your own personal website, you get Elementor Pro. Element kits, that's the one that I like to use. These three are good. Like, I mean, all of these top, you can get extra, widgets and stuff that you might not have with Elementor. Like, they add things to Elementor that doesn't come natively even with the Pro, like extra widgets and builders. So that's another reason why Elementor is great, because you can add stuff to it. It's got so many, it's so widely used that, like, look at this, 700,000 people downloaded this, right? 10 million people have the Elementor itself, 10 million plus activations. So there's 10 million different people using this. That means there's 10 million people that have a reason to build add-ons, right? Or to use third-party add-ons, right? It's a big market. So but this one here, if you're not going to get the Pro Elements, which I'm going to show you how to do, this one is the one you want to download, because it gives you, like I said, header, footer, gives you the menu, custom widgets, and then you still probably have to download a form. This one gives you a form, right? So you just look through, whatever you need. I like the Elementor form builder, so I like to use Pro Elements because it literally gives you everything. Pro Elements gives you all of the Elementor stuff that you don't get with the free version. These ones give you like half of the Pro version. Like, it unlocks like half of them, but then it adds things that you don't get with the pro version of Elementor. It has third-party things, so there's the benefit to those as well. Sometimes I use a combination of these plus the pro elements, but typically I just use the pro elements. So I'll go back to my installed plugins, right? If you go add a plugin, it takes you to that sort of, and there's a lot, so there's a lot more plugins that you can get for Elementor that are not, that you won't find in here, right? This has like millions of plugins, like anything you can think of. Like if you needed a form, you could go form builder or just go form, right? And it'll have all sorts of stuff, but there's tons of third-party plugins. Like one that I like, the ones I like to use that I have like a pro subscription for are the Croco blocks. I love Croco blocks. They have, it's expensive, but they have great stuff that you can add. They have things like contact forms, booking forms, a lot of really advanced solutions for Elementor and WordPress in general. So I love Croco blocks. I pay like $400 a year to have it. I don't expect you guys to do that. You don't really need it, but I love them. I love it. But I'm a web designer, so I use that for my clients' websites as well. Another thing, oh yeah, so Pro Elements. So I'm going to show you how to get it. It's literally this simple. You just go to Google and search Pro Elements plugin. Pro Elements there it is right there, and you just download it. And once you download it, it will stay in your files. Like I'm pretty sure I already have it downloaded. There you go, Pro Elements zip, right? So you're gonna download it, and it's gonna go into your downloads file. And for you, it's gonna be right at the top. It's my NVIDIA graphics, that's so I could run DaVinci Resolve. So it's gonna add it at the top of this, and then to install that, you're gonna go back to add plugins, and you're gonna upload a plugin this time. So you're gonna go add plugins, then you're gonna upload a plugin, you're gonna choose file, and then you're gonna search for Pro Elements. Yours will show up right at the top. I gotta search for it. I'm gonna click that, and then I'm gonna go open, and then it's gonna open it, and then you're just gonna go install now. Obviously I'm not gonna do it, I already have it. So that's sort of the first step. Download Elementor, go to Pro Elements, download that, add it to your website, and then that's pretty much, like, you really won't need anything else. That gives you everything. And then download Yoast. So Elementor Builder, you're going to go add plugins, and you're going to search Elementor in here. Right? You're going to download that. I've already downloaded it. Elementor Website Builder, activate. Then you're going to upload your Pro Elements plugin. You're going to install it now. Then you're going to search for Yoast. Right, you're going to activate that. You can, and actually we're going to install this as well. Yoast duplicate post is another good one, because what's going to happen is when we get to these pages here, we're going to style them out. So I like to keep things sort of uniform. So my case studies, they're going to have like a specific style. They're going to kind of like look very similar, and they're going to, but the content's going to be different. Obviously the images and stuff are going to be different, but the layout is basically going to be the same for all my case studies. Layout's going to be the same for all of my service pages, right? Any sort of blog pages, those are automatically propagated, so they end up looking the same as well, but they're going to be unique to each other. Each category, like each service page is going to be unique to the service pages, right? But they're going to be similar to themselves. And then these top level pages, I usually have a design or a template. They aren't always the same. They change a little bit. Homepage is always unique. Your homepage is the most unique page. It is the best page. It has everything on it that you need, the most important information. Super important you get the homepage done good. So your homepage is going to be unique. These ones are going to be similar. The top level pages are going to be similar with some unique identifiers. Like if you have a services page, you're going to have all like a box or a section that has all of your services in it, which is going to be different from your About Us. So, but they're going to have a similar layout, as in the header, the banner. Usually I do the banners the same, right? So you're going to have this would be your banner here. This section is your banner. So I usually keep this section similar throughout all of these top level pages, right? and then there'll be like probably like a closing element. This is the footer, but there'll be like a closing element that'll be similar. Like these ones actually are all pretty similar, right? Like you can see, like they've got like sort of, oh maybe not. Well, they've got this right, this part, the ending portion. So you get the idea. But that's essentially what we're gonna do here. Okay, so now we've got all these structured out. We are going to, we've got Yoast, right? Back to where I was, I got a little distracted there. So these are the plugins we download. We got Yoast. These are come with SiteGround, so you're not going to download those. So you're going to do your pro elements, which I showed you how to do. You're going to get Elementor. You're going to get Yoast Duplicate Post, Yoast SEO, and that's all going to be in the Add Plugins section. You're going to upload your pro elements. You're going to search for Yoast SEO, Yoast Duplicate Post, and Elementor Website Builder. Those are the three you're going to download from here. And then you obviously got to upload pro elements yourself. And then another one, and then what you're going to do next is you're going to go to appearance, right? And this won't show up. So menus won't show up at all. This comes from so the menus come from your theme as well. That's another thing. So usually your themes do the header, the footer, and your menu section, right? So this won't be here yet till you download the theme. So you're going to go to themes. You're going to search hello Elementor. See, as I did, that's why that shows up. You're going to download it, you're going to activate it, and then you're going to go back to your themes, and you're going to click all these, and you're going to delete them. Because these are all files on your website that are taking unnecessary space, and we want to lower the file load on our website. And we're only going to have this, and then it's going to propagate for you the menu section in here. Once you activate it, it's going to show the menus. And also Elementor is going to add this portion, and I think this also comes from Elementor because this is your theme builder. So this is where you would build your footer and header, right? And this would be a pop-up, so like your cookies compliance pop-up. When people come, you got to say, hey, we collect cookies, or third-party apps collect cookies, whatever it is, right? Here's your Yoast SEO. You're going to come in here and set this up. I usually skip all of it because, like I said, the only thing I use it for, so I haven't done the first time. So we'll quickly run through this. Continue, site representation, website name, organization name. Let's go. Like that. There's my logo, which I already set up. So that's just like another section you can set up your site representation. It also has that in Elementor, so that's where it got that from. That's why it had a logo already there and those other things. Now if you have social media, you can put them in here. So let's see what they got for social media. Okay, they got Facebook. Normally I skip that, like, but I'm gonna do it this time just to show you guys how to do it. Like, I normally don't add these in here because it doesn't really do anything. I add them to the website itself. What else do they have? So we're gonna do Instagram. Oh, that's LinkedIn. Okay, copy, paste. Add another one. Then we'll do these.
If you're watching this video, chances are...
Okay. I feel bad for this lady. I don't know if she's Ukrainian or Russian. But I feel like if she's Russian, she doesn't want to like say it, which is sad. Like, people should not be scared. I mean, because of like where they come from. That's like, I mean, I don't know if she is Russian or not, but I do know people who live next to my mother who are Russian that feel like they have to pretend to be Ukrainian, which is, I mean, not good, because if you're fleeing Russia so you don't have to go fight in Ukraine, you're one of the good people because you're choosing not to do that, right? So okay, finish. Go to your SEO. I got a little distracted there. That was probably not on, but And I'm not political. Like I'm not on. I don't take sides on stuff. I just war is bad all around. Like if a government wants you to fight on their behalf, I say flee. Don't fight for any government. They don't have your best interests. You go fight for them, you end up being poor anyway, which is not what we want. All right, so that is the first time configuration. So this is not what we're looking like. So what we really want to look for are the sitemap. We want to make sure it propagates your sitemap. And that is going to be down here. So enable feature, so it's on. And this is your sitemap. And now this is what you're going to submit to Search Console when you eventually get there. That's the URL you submit to Search Console for your sitemap. Obviously, my sitemap's going to change when we change the URL. All right, so that's it. It's done. You don't have to do anything else. Okay, we'll go back to pages. And now we're going to add our pages. Like we've already added some, but I'm going to show you how I add them. So this is the first thing I do. So I download all those plugins. I set them up just like sort of how I showed you. Then I start building pages. Obviously, I start with the home page. And what I'm doing is I'm not actually building the pages. I'm just creating them and leaving them empty and adding a title to them so that I can add them to my menu under here, right? And I'll open this in a new tab. And so I'm adding them to my menu so that I can see it and just go to them when it's time, right? Like I can see, like sort of visualize and structure it out before I get into any like heavy lifting. And it just makes it easier for me to do the swap over. Okay, so I'm going to add a page. Now, what page do I need to add? I think I was under multimedia localization. Yeah, so I don't have any of those pages. All right, so we'll add those pages. So that is going to be transcription. So we'll start with that one. All right. Okay, so we're just gonna go like this, transcription, and then we're just gonna publish it. That's literally it. That's all I'm doing. Publishing, and now I'm going back to WordPress. And then I'm going to add another page. And it's going to be subtitling and captioning. I don't know why she has a page for that. Like, I think she said she doesn't like doing that. They don't prefer to do that, so I don't. Publish again. Publish. Okay, and then we're going to go up here to get back to the pages, and then we're going to add another page, and we are going to media, voiceover and dubbing. Oh, whoops, I copied the wrong thing. I don't know why I did that. Oh, that's another thing. Yes, we have to make sure that these are the same. So because I'm swapping over this website, Google's like the last thing you want to do is start changing URLs. So this website is already indexed by Google and it's got like a performance rating. We don't want to change these URLs because then Google is going to try and look for them and you're going to get 404 errors. So you want to keep these the same unless you're getting rid of it altogether. That's a totally different thing. Publish. So I gotta fix that. So the easy way to fix that is you come in here and we'll pull up those pages again so we remember which ones they are. Transcription, services. So the way to, because right now, because all I did was add the title, the URL is literally just going to be transcription, which changes it from the original. We don't want that. We want to keep it the same. It's not good to be changing URLs once they're established. Like that's, if you're doing that, you got problems for sure. Transcription, quick edit, and then we're gonna add the slug, and that's that. That's how easy that is. And then we're going to go back to... Now that one's probably going to be fine. Yeah, so that's fine. That's not a spelling error, that's one word. Voice dubbing. Did I do that one? I think I did that one. Alright. Okay, so I did those. So I've got those pages, all 3 of those. That's good. Okay, let's add some more. So, already have technical translation, the lingual translation. Weird. Yes. Beast. They don't have a space? That's an error. See, these are things that you can't see, but that's clearly an error. That explains why this person's having like a hard time ranking in Google. Like, this is why I wanted to rebuild the website, because there's just so many of these errors that I can't even see that. Like, I can't, because it's on a new line, I can't tell there's no space. Google knows that. So that's not good. This is why I like to rebuild things, just to make sure every little detail is like perfect. It's important. Translation for nonprofits. Translations for a good cause. No, we're gonna do cancel slug as well. We're gonna publish that. Then we're gonna get back here. And we are going to add another page. And this gets tedious and monotonous. Okay, quality assurance procedures. Cancel. Don't do that. And then I probably will come and like fix, I mean, most of these. This is what Yoast SEO gives you. So this is Yoast, the slug, and the SEO title. I'm doing this in Yoast. That's what Yoast gives you. Creates this whole thing in your pages, and I'll show you how to access them through Elementor as well. Okay, so I got that done, so I'm going to edit my menu now. And I'll do that in appearance. I'll go menus. Okay, view all. Okay, so... what else did we do? Technical translation. I'm missing one here. Where'd it go? I know I'm missing one. Did I not do it? Transcription. I think I did it earlier. Okay, there it is. Okay, I'm missing one of these ones. Did I create that? Quality assurance procedures. Oh, I've got it twice. Let's fix that now before I forget. Okay, so this is the duplicate. We're going to trash that. Okay, now we're going to go back to the appearance, the menu. How I knew that was a duplicate because it had 2 at the end of the URL, showing that it's the second one with the same name. So, transcription. And then what was the technical translation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need one more. 7. What is the other one? Multilingual translation. I got that. Quality assurance procedures. That's it. Add to menu. All right, and then which ones go where now? Subtitling and captioning, voiceover, and dubbing. Multimedia localization. Multimedia localization. So how I'm doing that is I'm grabbing it and then I'm just using my mouse wheel to scroll. What was the last one? Transcription. Alrighty, and then we are going to get these ones, which I think are under translation. Right, and so what you do is if I go like this and have it level, like that, that's going to create a new level on this. It's going to create another one of these. But what we want is we want this to actually be underneath that. So you have to drag it over to the side, right? And then if I went like that, that would create another one. So now it would have an arrow under this one that would open that one, right? So I'll show you what that looks like. It'll look like this. And I gotta refresh this to show the changes, right? And then see, that's what that looks like. So we don't want to do that though. We don't want to do that. So we're just gonna keep it like that. And that should be, oh, I think I missed this one. Oh, I've got 2 technical translation pages now. So I did already create that. Actually, I'm going to delete it out of the menu first. Okay, so that's the original. What's going on here? Did I add it twice, maybe? Must have, oh, whoops, I shouldn't have closed that. I must have added it twice by accident. So we're just going to go ahead and delete that. So yeah, we got it added twice. That's not good. Okay, we're good now. So what I looked at, how I did that there, just to explain, was I clicked this, and then I hit that, open a new tab, and I looked here. Now, because the URLs were the same, that told me that it was the same page, just twice in the menu. If one had like a 1 or 2 on it, then I would know that they were different. Alrighty, so what does that look like now? Do we have all those? Alrighty. And then resources. So I'm going to remove this. Like, it's not good to have things twice in the menu. So I'm going to get rid of it out of here because it is more of a resource. Quality assurance is more of like a it's more of like something that like a question that you'd have, right? It's not like a service that you're providing. That's just more of a resource, like information about you. You could even have it under there too as well. Just want to make sure I'm not going to add localization progress twice as well, or process. Sorry, not progress. And I'm going to create this as a top level page because we have room, and I'm going to get rid of blog. I'm not going to add the blog. I don't think I'm going to add it. We'll see what happens. I'm going to leave it without, and then if they need it still, I'll add it later. All right, let's create the resources page. Save menu. Always save before you go. We'll create the resources page, and I will be right back. Alrighty, finish my coffee. Oh, I gotta grab 2 bubblies. I'm not a big pop drinker, but I do drink carbonated waters. I love those. Our localization process. All right. Let's get the URL is correct. We're going to publish that. We're going to go back to our pages. And we are going to add, just want to look at these. All right. Yeah, all right, let's just start doing these ones too. I'm probably going to fix all of these titles, to be honest with you. Grab the URL, make sure it's correct, as you can see, because it will just make the URL all of these versus just that. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to go to add page, right? And we're just structuring it out so it's easier to navigate and figure out what we need to do and what we don't need to do, because I can just go to the page on the new website and see if there's anything even there. Oh, darn it. weird. It won't let me highlight it all. Add the page. Publish. Normally I like listen to podcasters and stuff while I'm doing this, but I just like need a break from the news, man. It's pretty bad these days. You don't know what to believe. It's not live. Add page. Oh. Whoops. And as you can see, it's just tedious work. This is why I want to like get more into the teaching versus the grinding. Unfortunately, there's not a school where they sort of teach this. Everyone is you know, I talk to kids that are like computer science graduates and shit, and they just like, I mean, unfortunately, don't really know what they're doing. They want to code everything, and it's try to explain to these kids that like 90% of your potential clientele are going to be small businesses. They can't afford to pay you like 10-20 grand to sit there and code a website for them over the course of like, you know, 2 months, right? I'm not going to pay you for 2 months worth of work for something that should only cost them like 2 grand. I mean, majority of websites are built with WordPress anyway. Let's double check that. As of 2025, the most popular website in the world is WordPress. Not to be confused with WordPress.com. Powers over 43% of all websites globally. So almost half of all websites are made with WordPress, and these kids are trying to code them. I mean, you're out of your minds. You're out of your freaking minds. The only time you need to code a website is when you're like doing something revolutionary. You're building a massive website, and they have like specific things they need to do that are like kind of unique to them, which is not the case for 99% of your potential clientele. Especially if you want to work from home. I mean, if you want to start taking on big projects and doing the multi-million-dollar deals, you gotta like have a little bit more capabilities. You gotta have an office with an army of developers and stuff. Which one day I will, but not today. Alright, publisho. Okay, let's see. That might be too big, but we will try it out anyway. Okay, it's now live. Let's get out of here. Let's go to menu. And we're going to create a custom link. And we're going to call it Dialects and Regional Variations. So this, as I said, we do hashtag because it's not an actual page. And I'll show you. It's not a real page. So he just does the hashtag, means it goes nowhere. Is that what it was? Yes. Now I'm just looking because they say variations, but from how the client described it to me was um, localization. So she explained to me that localization is based on a specific area. So, for instance, people who speak French in Quebec have like different things than people who speak French in, say, Haiti or France or whatever other um, French speaking uh, nations out there. So localization is literally translation for your local area. And I think that's sort of what they're alluding to with the variations. Um, which I can actually summarize it. I can copy and paste this and go. I can just say, copy and paste it and say and ask a question. Oh, whoops. The content I just input speaks of variations. Are they referring to localization? Let's see what ChatGPT says. Yes, the content you're trying to do specific links and cultural localization of Chinese locations. Okay, there you go. So it is talking about localization. So I'm going to put localizations in there. Regional localizations. So their main keyword is localizations or localization, right? Translation. Regional localizations, plural, is a variation of localization. So we want to put that in there, especially on the menu. We don't want to have variations because that is variations would be what's considered like an LSI, right? Or a synonym, not like a variation of the actual keyword itself. Well, where'd that go? I thought I added it. Did it just go here? Wow, where'd it go? What did I do? I thought I added it to the menu. Where did it go? Well, I guess I didn't. Dialects and regional localization. A little bit sticky finger there. Okay, did it add it this time? There we go. It added it. Okay. Oh, and I need to finish adding the resources pages. What were they again? Localization process. Oh, there it is, right up the top. Sweet. Save menu. All right, let's go over this. I'm just gonna refresh this page. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Okay. Why am I still doing that? Okay, let's shrink it down to a, well, it's more like a laptop size screen. I think I'm gonna leave it for now. Localization process. I don't know what to do with that. I'm just gonna leave it. See what happens. No viewers. That's sad. Can I edit my... Oh, whoops, I don't want to close that. I wonder what I'm showing up, if I'm even showing up in YouTube now. Oh. I guess I'm right there. No one's watching. Oh, I got a client, so I gotta cut off